Hello and welcome to Don't Starve. For those of you that don't know, this is a pretty cool game. It's on Steam for only about $15. And today we're going to start a new world. Alright, first we're going to have to choose a slot, and any old slot will do, and then you get to pick your character. Now I've played this game a little bit in the past. As you play, you unlock more characters. You start with Wilson here, the gentleman scientist. Then you move on to Willow, who I've only played briefly as. And there's some other characters too, but I don't want to give too much of it away. We're going to play as Wolfgang, the Strongman. I've never played as him before. He says, from his own mouth, "I am mighty, no one is mightier." That's a bold claim. We'll see what the monsters in the world have to say. He's got higher health, bigger stomach. I don't know what that means. Maybe that he has to eat more often. And he hits harder, which is pretty good because pretty much everything in the world wants to kill you. So we're going to pick Wolfgang here. And for the world, you can customize how much of what is in it. Not much here. I need to change. Except I do like to have a little bit more stone because it seems to be very scarce in the world. And it's really hard to find enough to do anything with. So that's all I'm going to change, and we're going to start this world. I really do like the style of animation. It's kind of like a Tim Burton thing. And there's this guy who talks like one of the adults on Peanuts. Alright, well, this is it. You start off with nothing, and at day 1, and basically you have to go from here, finding everything you need to survive. Food, shelter. At night you have to build a fire to ward off, you know, monsters that'll kill you if you try to just survive in the dark. There's these rabbits who you'll learn to love as a main source of food. So what I'm doing right now is you got to pick up these saplings and this grass, because it's basically the start of your very first tools will be, you know, saplings, grass, and flint. Flint is little rocks smaller than these ones you see here that we'll find around eventually. We found one piece so far, but you really need more. Here's another piece right here. I see another piece over here. We'll go grab it after this sapling. And the saplings you use for tools as well. Oh, here's our first food. Berries. Good source of food. And some carrots. Now we're going to be eating like kings tonight. And these are flowers, and as you see here, there's a sanity meter, and as you survive longer and longer, your sanity will decrease each night. As you go insane, you'll start seeing delusions and stuff like that, and if you go insane enough, the delusions can actually attack you, so it's good to keep that up, and you can increase your sanity by picking flowers and eating some special kinds of food. I'm going to set up camp here by all these rabbit holes, because really the rabbit holes are going to be key for us surviving, especially once colder months like winter come. Alright, well, we're going to make our first tools, and we're going to make an axe and a pickaxe. First we're going to use the pickaxe to collect some of these rocks. Now you've seen me clicking stuff, but you can also hold down space and he'll automatically do whatever he can, pick up whatever he can. If he has a tool in his hand, he'll automatically mine whatever that tool can break. I'm going to mine this one, and then we're going to gather some wood. Enough wood to build our first night's fire. You also need stone to build a permanent fireplace, which you can just add fuel to every time you want to relight it. Alright, let's use some of this axe now and chop down some of these monster trees. Bigger the tree, obviously the more logs you get. They never quite give you enough though, it feels like. So get used to being disappointed. There's another mining opportunity. Oh, gold nuggets, we'll be using those a lot. You can make some golden tools, plus you can also use that to make a science machine, which you can use to research better constructions. You'll see later. Just chopping this tree, chopping this tree. Pine cones used to replant trees, which we'll probably be doing close to our base. And here comes our first night. As you see, the sanity started dropping, indicated by a downward bouncing arrow. So, we're going to head out to where we're going to call home. It's hard like me. Alright. Oh, our pickaxe broke. Make a new one real fast. And with this rock, we should have plenty for our first campfire, which we'll put right about here next to this road. Actually, we'll make it on the other side, closer to the rabbit holes. I'm sorry for the indecisiveness. Here we go. And we'll make it... We'll wait a little bit, actually, just so that it's a little bit darker. We don't need to worry about lighting a fire till it reaches this dark blue section here. So we'll do a little bit more mining before then. Not too much more though. I'm not sure what this nitrite does, but I'm sure I'll find out eventually. In that case, you know, I'll have a stockpile of it ready to go. Alright, our first fire. Is it close enough to night? Not close enough for me. Ah, yes. Does that not look inviting? I don't know if it'll be enough to last through the night, but we can start cooking some of these food items we found, and cooked food item is more filling and satisfying than just eating it raw. We can cook these seeds. And as you can see, we got a little bit of hunger here. Full would be 200 and we're at 167. So if we eat these seeds, it replaces 3 hunger. If we eat these carrots, it replaces 13. And if we eat these berries, oh, I guess it goes a little over 200. Never mind, I lied to you. I'm sorry. Alright, well, the first night is coming. It's coming fast. Here we go. Start getting really dark around here. Let's see if we can build our first science machine. Oh, you don't need more than one, so I can't really say first, but here we go. A science machine that'll let us research and prototype new things to build. Like, I'm sure we can go up to it right now and research how to build a shovel. Then once you build it at the science machine and prototype it, you actually never have to be at the science machine to build it again. So with the shovel we can actually dig up the stumps and get one more log out of each tree that we cut down. Speaking of trees, we need to add some fuel to this fire because it is going down fast. We're going to plant some of these trees so we can have some sources of wood later on closer to home. We're almost 2/3 of the way through our first night. We got some extra food left, some wood, some stone, some nitrite. Well, we're doing pretty good. One thing we could do is make some traps. And traps we can use to put over those rabbit holes that we saw earlier and catch some rabbits for food. And I am out of supplies. I was only able to make 2 of them. As you can see, they have a percentage like the tools, which means they have a limited durability as well. Here we go. We'll put our first one on this rabbit hole closest to us, and our next one on this one up here. I think they can catch about 8 rabbits each before they break fully. So as you can see, our sanity has dropped slightly, and picking a flower, one flower was actually enough to bring it all the way back up. It's all about really in this game how long you will survive, because there's no way to survive indefinitely. You will die eventually, I'm sad to say, but like all of us in real life, everybody dies. Just a matter of when. Oh, you see that over there? That's a pig house. Now pigs, you can actually build your own pig house and kind of create a pseudo pig army eventually, and they'll follow you, fight for you, they'll help you chop down a tree. They're just all around useful, and not the cheapest things to collect or make, but well worth it in the end. Never have enough supplies. Really, early on, it's just about establishing a kind of food source. We can actually use a shovel to dig up these berry bushes and bring them closer to our fire. And when we do that, we can fertilize them there and have a renewable source of nourishment that's really close to home. Now I want to gather some wood. We're going to research boards, because with each night, 1 board is enough to last through the entire night, plus boards are used in various other constructions, as we'll learn about later. We'll dig up the stump for an extra wood. Dig up the berry bush, bring it closer to home. You can't be bothered by menial labor if you're gonna play this game, really, because a lot of it's just resource gathering over and over again. And if that sounds something you wouldn't enjoy, then you probably won't enjoy Don't Starve. Sad to say, but true. Alright. You know, we could actually dig up these 2 and plant them closer to us as well. Except we don't have room for it, so I lied. Alright. I really like his curly mustache. I have to say it. Alright. 1 more tree, and we'll start heading back. This is a nice big one over here. I don't know if this axe has enough durability, but we can always build another one. The scary time is coming soon, he says. I thought he was the mightiest of the mighty, but here he is, cowering in fear. Stupid pine cones. Alright, we should have plenty. Now you can use tab to bring up your menu and find where my campfire is. It looks like it's just down here. As you can see, we caught some rabbits too. 2 rabbits. Awesome. We're going to be eating like kings tonight. So we stand next to the science machine and we're going to look for refined materials. We can actually prototype several things right now, but we're just going to prototype the board for now. And we're going to set it down over here by the fire for the moment. Then we're going to make a couple more. How many boards can we make? Oh, we can make enough. And then once we make enough boards, we can actually make a chest to store things in. So we'll replace the logs in there with these boards, and then we'll prototype a chest. I'll actually put it really close there. Alright. Now we have a place to put some of these things that we collect. Nice roaring fire. Put the boards in there. Cook up some carrots. Anything else we need to cook? I'm going to drop these petals on the ground actually so they can start rotting, because once we plant these berry bushes we'll need the rot to fertilize the berry bushes. Alright, see, it took 12% out of that trap just to use it once. The rabbit's been put into our inventory, and at this moment the rabbit is still alive. Nifty trick to storing rabbits longer is to not kill them and just leave them in a chest. They won't decay and you can kill them when you're ready to eat them. We've reset the traps. The rain has started to fall, which rain has a major effect on our insanity. The berries are starting to go stale, so we're going to eat them first. I'm going to cook these seeds. Cook these berries. Kill this rabbit, since we don't have an extra chest to store them in. A rabbit drops a morsel, and cooked morsel is one of the best things you can eat from the first tier of foods. See, it restored quite a bit of hunger there. Although the carrots look like they're quite comparable. I'm going to kill this rabbit too and cook his morsel. Now we're going to store this nitrate in the chest, because I don't know what it does. This gold nugget we don't need to be carrying around. And the stone we don't need to carry around either. This other stuff can be used for making tools, so I'm not going to dump that. We'll actually make another chest, or sorry, a trap while we're here. Or we'll make two, why not? The fire is going down, but it should be enough to last us through this tiny remaining sliver of night. And then we'll put out the new traps in the morning. We can put one out right now. There we go. It's start of day 3. Here's another rabbit hole. I'm going to make another axe, because we're going to need a lot of wood, especially since I want to make a chest for rabbits. Now the seeds you can cook and eat, or you can kind of save them for later, in which case you can use them for planting a farm once you have some manure. There's these animals called beefalo, which are kind of a spin-off of buffalo, that roam around different plains and forest biomes. That they are a source of food as well as furs, and they provide valuable manure. That's right, you can be a manure collector. I know that's every person's dream. Or actually take these grass tufts too, so I can plant grass closer to our base. Here's a nice big tree over here. We'll ideally want at least 2, possibly 3 chests for rabbits. For when winter comes around, it's going to be a little bit harder to find food. And winter lasts just as long as summer. And it's going to be, nothing grows, it's harder to, I mean, you take damage from being away from fire too long. It's really a quite interesting element to the game that wasn't in the original, I must add. It came in an update, and a lot of things actually got added via update, but I gotta say they're all pretty good. Chopping the tree, chopping the tree. We're getting a lot of pine cones. We're gonna get this berry bush, bring it home with us. And we're gonna get the saffron. It's about noon, halfway through the day portion. You can actually use wood too to build like the, it's not really the first tier armor because you can actually build a suit of armor out of grass, believe it or not, but there's a log suit which is infinitely better that you can use to protect yourself from monsters. We need another big tree. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, flowers. We don't need flowers. I thought the axe was going to break for sure before that tree finally fell. Dig up this bush. Chop down this tree. And it automatically replaces the broken axe, which I absolutely love. Awesome. Alright, well, we'll start making our way back home now. Dusk is almost upon us. Grab this stone. Alright, I'm gonna start heading home now. We really can just follow this road, it's really nice. Alright, our new traps caught some rabbits. I shouldn't have killed him. I should not have killed him. Well, we're gonna drop these boards here for a second. Gonna make some more boards until we have some open inventory for them. Now we have enough for that second chest, and we're gonna keep the rabbits over here. Now we're gonna make one more board for the fire for tonight. Plant these bushes. This will kind of be the makeshift food area, I guess. Petals are decaying slowly. Set the trap back down, stick the rabbit in the chest. The rabbit's gonna scream every time you touch it. Honestly, you probably would too if a giant person took you out of a trap and shoved you in a chest. Oh, night's almost here. Need to put that board on the fire. There we go, just in time. Alright, 3 rabbits saved up so far. Cook the one from the morsel from the one we accidentally killed. Eat some of these berries that are going bad. Cook up some of these new ones. Alright, we're doing pretty good on food so far. Not sustainable by any means, but good enough. Good enough to see us through for a little bit. Alright, we're gonna put those pine cones away. I'm gonna plant these grass tufts up here. Anything else? No, that's about it. Now we just gotta wait for night to end and day to come. Make a pickaxe because ours broke. So, I hope you're enjoying the game so far. It's really a fun game. You can compete with your friends, see how long you can survive versus how long they survived. There is no multiplayer function in it, but that would be kind of a cool addition. Hint, hint, wink, wink to the developers. A co-op would be rather interesting, I think, but it's just one lowly gamer's opinion. These trees will be able to be chopped down fairly soon. Now we can let's actually research. It's good fire. Yes, it is. Now let's actually research the log suit. We'll need some rope for that. And rope comes from refined grass. Here we go. I don't know how much we need exactly. Log suit, 2 rope, 8 logs. Here we go. Oh yeah. Let's see if we can get him to turn around. Look at that. Wolfgang is styling now. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy Don't Starve. Like, favorite the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Feel free to leave comments. Thank you. Bye.